Well, after seeing this film, I can tell you one thing. Martin Mcdonogh is about to become a household name. So, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is a new film written and directed by Martin Mcdonogh. He's the same guy who brought us In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths, and is the story of a woman named Mildred Haynes, played by Francis Mcdormand. After almost a year of her daughter's death, she doesn't think anybody inside of her little hometown is doing anything to find the culprit responsible, so she hires an advertising company to put up 3 billboards that aren't in use anymore. And on these billboards, it pretty much says her disdain for how things are run in her town. But let me tell you, there's a lot more to this movie than just that. Guys, this film has layers, and they are pretty fantastic layers too. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. It is absolutely one of the best films of this year, and it's on my top 3 films of 2017. The marketing for this movie was actually pretty interesting, because it made 3 Billboards look like it was going to be a dark comedy, much more like Seven Psychopaths. It looked like it was going to be a film that we could laugh throughout for, but that's not this film at all. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is a very dark, very heavy drama that has little comedic elements thrown in here and there. Honestly, I haven't seen a film that has impacted me emotionally this much since probably Logan. Mildred Haynes going about trying to figure out who her daughter's killer is a big part of this movie for sure. But it's not just about that. It's about how an event that is so monumentally devastating can impact you and your relations with the people around you, especially when you believe that what happened is your fault. And everybody across the board gives great performances. Hedges is in here, Woody Harrelson's here, heck, even Peter Dinklage is inside of this wonderful movie. But let me say that there are 2 performances that left me shaken by the end of the film. The first one is Sam Rockwell. As his character jumps onto scene, it's very easy to quickly judge him as just a racist, homophobic, despicable man-child. And he does some pretty horrendous stuff in here for sure. But as the runtime goes on and as the story progresses, you start to peel back the layers, and in all honesty, by the end of the film, I felt for the guy and I was on his side. But let's be honest here, Sam Rockwell is great, the rest of the cast is great, but 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri completely falls onto Francis McDormand's shoulders. This movie surrounds the character of Mildred Haynes, and if Francis McDormand wasn't as phenomenal as she was, even with everybody else in this film, it would have completely fallen flat. But as I stated before, Francis McDormand, her performance in here, quite frankly, it is the best performance I have ever seen from her. There's a lot of really great iceberg storytelling with her character, and if you don't know what iceberg storytelling is, it's basically the concept that what's on the surface isn't just what's on the surface. There's always more going on underneath. Like with Mildred Haynes, for example, it's easy to see how she's suffering from the death of her daughter, but there are so many other things affecting her. For one thing, how the people in town react to her and her billboards and her fight against the police officers. But there is certainly a lot more, but since the trailer didn't really give a lot of information away, I do not want to go into the meat of this story. But this is a truly powerful, powerful film. And very much like with Sam Rockwell, as the film progresses, as time goes on, you start peeling back the layers of Francis McDormand, of Mildred Haynes. And even though she is not liked, you as the audience, you connect with her. You understand her, you feel for her, and whatever her goals are, you just want her to succeed. Honestly, if I was put in the situation that she was put in, I might have done some of the things she has done in this film. But now there is one more star I need to talk about, and that is Martin Mcdonogh. His direction in this film, the way he shot it, the way the script was constructed, all of it is so brilliant. This film doesn't look like it's shot in a very particularly spectacular way. It just looks natural. It looks like you're sitting in on the events that are going on in regular people's lives. This movie progresses and flows so smoothly, and the pacing is so nice through the entirety of the 2-hour runtime that I gotta congratulate Mcdonogh for what he's done here. And just like with Seven Psychopaths, I am hoping, I am praying that this script gets nominated for Best Screenplay at the Oscars. Quite frankly, every single scene that the characters were having dialogue with one another or just within themselves, I was intently listening. And when it stopped, I was really upset because I wanted to hear more dialogue. Now, I understand that there are going to be some people who will take an issue with the ending. Me personally, from everything else I had experienced inside of this beautiful and dark story, I believe that the ending to Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is exactly what it needed to be. And on that, I literally have no problems with Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Everything from the performances to the script to the story to how this film is shot to the direction is so tight and so well done. Guys, this is one of my favorite films of this year. This is one of my favorite dramas of all time. And I gotta say, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is suit-worthy. And as always, it is what you say that matters. So have you had a chance to see Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri? And what did you think of it? More importantly, which film do you prefer? Do you prefer Three Billboards, or do you think Seven Psychopaths is better than Three Billboards? Whatever may be on your mind, leave it down in the comments section so we can get a conversation started. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.